Hey, welcome back. I'm Dr. John and just wondering how you're going. I know I'm asking that a lot at the moment, but how are you going? And you might say, well, how am I going with what? I'm going to talk about today how you're going in three directions and to how to maybe measure that as well. You see, we've talked already about how you're going in one dimension from suffering to flourishing and succeeding. And saying that that's not enough, there's also another dimension from self-centeredness to God-centeredness. You can only really live in God-centeredness if you've actually come to God in the first place, and that was what the last post was about. If you haven't watched that, it's a long one, like 7 minutes or so, and feel free to watch that. Today we're going to talk about, hey, how you're going in three directions. Not two dimensions, but three directions. Because you see, we can actually, in practice, be very other-centered. We can be very self-centered. Sometimes we can be super spiritual, and really be just focusing in on God. Yeah, God does need to be the center of our life, but in practice, it actually comes out in a balance between looking at others and looking at God. It's nearly like God is the top of the pendulum. Hey, other-centered or other-focused, and then self-focused. Well, hey, when I go to sleep, I'm pretty self-focused. When I'm eating, I'm pretty self-focused, although, yeah, I can eat with others as well. But there needs to be that balance, and God seems to be that fulcrum, as it were, of that pendulum, which allows for that balance. And as we have God as our center and as our source, we can get a balance in terms of those three directions of, time we spend with God, time we spend with others, time we spend with ourselves in those three directions. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this has been of some help in terms of how you're going in those three directions: God direction, other direction, and yourself direction. Next time, we're not going to talk about one dimension of change, a second dimension of change, or a third direction, three directions. We're going to talk about four somethings. Look forward to seeing you then. I'm Dr. John.